Well, Kevin Apollo, it's great to be with you again this week at East Coast Professional Wrestling. And wow, if you thought last week's card was great, look what we have this week.
That's right, a special attractions match. The women of ECPW Adrenaline coming out in force. And again, it's great to see the impact that these women have. You can see our young female fans here standing at attention, being very excited to see this. And you know, as you look at fandom and pop culture, you know, you see the rise of the female fan, and it's great that, you know, they have an outlet here at Adrenaline.
And not only that, we have a championship match coming up after this, where Dan the Man will defend against the legendary Crowbar back in ECPW.
Crowbar, Devin Storm making his return to ECPW Adrenaline. This surefire Hall of Famer, WCW Hardcore Champion, ECPW Original. You're in for a treat.
Well, you know,
you're absolutely in for a treat.
And I understand, wrestling fans, if you don't know it, referee in the ring is Gary Morer. The ECPW flew him in from Florida purposely for this segment.
That's right.
To referee the championship match, but also, Kevin, I think Gary's going to have his hands full with this match.
Absolutely. It's always great to see Gary. This is the original and real head referee here at ECPW. A tremendous talent, and it's always wonderful when you get a member of the family coming home, even if it's just for a little bit.
Right.
But he definitely has his hands filled with JL and Natty.
Well, these ladies are going at it right now. And I think Gary's enjoying himself in there with this match. But it's not going to be so easy with Crowbar against Dan the Man.
Absolutely not. You know, with Crowbar, he is a master of violence, and Dan the Man is a master at wanting to retain his gold. So who knows what's going to happen.
Oh, look at this.
What a nasty chop block! He did a hyper-extended knee. That's a significant amount of damage there.
JL is maniacal, isn't she?
Absolutely. I gotta say, she had it very, very well scouted here. Oh, that was even worse.
I understand she's a bit of a power lifter, loves to work on those legs, and her legs are in great condition, very muscular.
Yeah, definitely a lot of power there. A very fit individual, both of these young women. Yeah, over the last couple months, you know, we have voiced some serious complaints about maybe some of the officials here being a little too liberal, with their counts, not really getting in there and seizing control. And here's Gary showing you how to get it done.
Well, Florida must be agreeing with Gary. Looks like he put on a few pounds.
Well, that Florida weather is definitely treating him very well. And you gotta hope you listen to the cheers of the fans here on the outside of the ring. They want JL to get back to her feet and battle this out. And I really hope she does. Wow,
trading elbows.
Yeah, great forearms. Wow, it's a beautiful weave through. Ducks the clothesline, nice kick to the midsection. Whoa, scoop slam countered. Oh, nice, good ring punch. Oh, that pump kick sent her to another area code.
This gal could be vicious, can't she? She has to be.
I gotta hope they stick around. We've seen a lot of new talent come into Adrenaline over these last couple of weeks. These two new women here in a very impressive outing.
2017 promises to be a big year for ECPW and everybody who is on the roster.
Oh! Vicious maneuver there. You know, you're wrenching the hip, putting a lot of pressure on those hip flexors, on that IT band, right on the knees. The very smart competitor here. She has not let go of her assault on the lower body since that nasty chop block.
Whoa!
Oh! Nice dragon screw, leg whip.
And Kevin Apollo, with the number of women who've come into ECPW at the end of 2016 and 2017, Is it possible that we may see an ECPW Women's Champion?
I hope so. I hope so. The women's division here, it's still fledgling, but we've seen a lot of tremendous talent. These two here right now, JL and Naddie, they're tearing up. They're beating the high hell out of each other. We've got Alex and Jade. And hopefully very soon we'll have the return of Allie Rex.
Allie Rex, one of the most popular female wrestlers here in ECPW and anywhere.
That's right. And listen, if she did not get injured, I would have said she was a surefire lock for the Rookie of the Year. But that detestable toothless bandit.
Look at these two ladies fighting to see who's going to take advantage of who now.
These two jockeying for position here. And when you find yourself up, whoa, wow, that was a vicious kick. Very impressive. The athleticism, this is top notch.
JL Cotto is her last name. Cotto, I think.
I think Cotto has the flannel on.
Okay. I was going to say she's taking a beating right now, but don't count her out.
That's right.
Oh, what's Naddie kicking it?
Look at it. This. Wow.
She's a Spitfire.
This is just a genuine nasty streak. This is showing shades of Luna Vachon and Cherry Martel. Wow, what a nasty competitor.
She was kicking her everywhere she can.
Yeah. And although I don't approve, you can't help but be impressed.
No, here we go.
The intensity.
Oh, she missed it, didn't she?
Whoa. That leg drop would have made all the difference here. I'm actually shocked that JL can get her feet. Nice vertical suplex, finally locked in. Hopefully this could be the. Oh wow! Even while writhing in agony,
she gives her a knee to the nose.
She still managed to get that little shot.
She caught a knee to the nose, and I know that hurt.
Both ladies down, and Gary right on top of it.
Could this be a double count out?
Both ladies up to their feet, though. Both of them living on the fight. Nice double slip to the chest. Nice clothesline and back elbow. And Naddie's trying to make some space here. Oh! Wow!
Look at this. Wow. Jeez. Kevin, have you ever seen anyone woman wrestle that vicious?
Wow. Seriously, not since the days of Luna Vachon, Cherry Martel, even Bull Makana. Wow, and she got it!
Big win!
Oh, we had this wrong the entire.
Big win!
Right, Joe. Wow, Naddie managed to steal it.
Well.
All right, so this is what it's all about. Power versus intensity. I hope you're strapped in, Joey, because this one should be a barn burner.
Well, you got the Meadowlands Monster and Ricky Palmer. Ricky Palmer looking in the best condition of his life.
Right. Every time Palmer comes out, he's in better shape. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's more confident.
We got referee Gary Moreira in the ring again. California Wrestling had Johnny Red Shoes Dugan. We got Gary White Sox Moreira.
Right. Nice. Palmer powering the Meadowlands Monster back into the corner there. Again, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting confrontation. This is going to be just good old-fashioned smash mouth, hard-nosed wrestling at its finest. This ain't going to be pretty. This is going to be two bruisers slugging it out. Oh.
Well, the Meadowlands Monster has a significant height advantage on Ricky Palmer.
Absolutely. The Meadowlands Monster, he's a dangerous guy. You can see those big, giant frying pan-sized hands. Once he manages to wrap those around your neck, you know if he's going to choke you out, he's going to try to choke slam you. But Palmer, again, he gets stronger, he gets smarter, he gets craftier. We've seen him take on some big-time opponents in John Tella, even the reinforcer Andrew Anderson. toe-to-toe with the Colossus and Dillinger, and he has managed to come out on top. He is Oh! Beautiful forearm right across the jaw of the Meadowlands monster. You can hear that like a crack of thunder, man. Wow!
Palmer taking it to him.
This is what I'm talking about. When I look at Ricky Palmer, man, I see the future. I see the future. This is a guy who is a bona fide contender for the heavyweight title. He's young. He's hungry.
Well, the Meadowlands monster may take his future away from him tonight. Look at that headbutt.
That's right. We got a young lion here who's hungry, as opposed to some old lions out there walking around expecting to get title shots simply because they exist.
Not to take anything away from this match, Kevin, but we got the heavyweight championship match coming up. Dan the Man defending his belt against Crowbar.
That's a competition I can't wait to see. Right now, I think we just missed. It looked like Palmer went for a scoop slam there, but the Meadowlands monster able to shift his weight. And it looks like Palmer may have tweaked his back, and now Bruno is going to work on that lower back. I give Bruno credit here. The Meadowlands monster, he moves at a very methodical pace, which is kind of unusual for when you see a rookie. There's usually a lot of nervous energy in there.
It's true.
Yeah, but he picks his spots. And he doesn't strike out blindly.
He is methodical. You're right about that.
And, unfortunately for Palmer here, when Bruno goes for a clothesline, when he goes to throw a punch, he puts all of his weight behind it. Again, not wasted energy. It's very precise. It lands with maximum impact.
I got a chin lock on Palmer right now, and Palmer trying to reach for something and trying to turn around into it.
Smart move here by the Meadowlands monster. Even as Palmer battles out of the chin lock, he's got to expend a lot of energy. And it's that energy that's going to make the difference in the closing moments of this match. And you got the lower back. The lower back still injured here.
The Meadowlands monster is still a young man.
Yeah.
And he's going to put on some size and muscle.
Absolutely. Just from being in the ring and having to fight opponents like Palmer, having used that natural strength, you're going to put on some size. It's not that uncommon to see a new wrestler put on easily an extra 10, 15 pounds by the time they close out the year. Just from being engaged in that physical and that physical impact, physical confrontation, and that's not even counting the work and the effort that they put into the gym.
Right. I mean, to be in this business, it's easy to get into this business than it is to stay in this business.
That's right. You see a lot of people come and go. You see some people that you wish would go that manage to stay. But, you
some
see
veterans that stay around a little too long.
You see a lot of guys come in and they don't last too long, and they undersell and underappreciate the physicality, that you need to have to be a successful competitor. People look at the wrestling ring and they don't understand. This is steel. This is wood. And every slam, every fall, every bump, as they say, that is the equivalent of putting your body through a minor car accident. Yeah. That's something a little more impactful than your average fender bender. And not a lot of people have the temerity and the fortitude to endure something like that.
Well, that's what they say when a professional wrestler hits 60 years old. It's like a normal person being 80 because their body has taken a beating.
Right. The age is in dog years.
I'm probably trying to make a comeback here.
And I tell people who had the audacity to call this fake, I tell them all the time, brother, you can't fake gravity.
No, you can't. Oh, look at this.
Right now,
Bruno hiding behind the referee.
Oh. Blatant. Oh,
come on. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Yeah, that's it.
Bruno, these guys wound up being evenly matched here. Bruno grabbed Gary, pulled him into harm's way. Went with that blatant eye poke, and then for the blatant low blow.
And I think he got disqualified the last time I saw the Meadowlands monster as well.
Beautiful! That's what I'm talking about. This is why Palmer is the future. I hate the way this match ended, but I'm glad Palmer sent the message. You can feel the tension in the air right now. Crowbar making his return to Adrenaline TV. An ECW original.
Crowbar, after a lengthy absence, had a successful tour of Europe from what I understand, and is back here in ECPW. And you know what? His past earned him a shot at Dan the Man's heavyweight championship belt.
When a performer like Crowbar shows up and says he wants a shot at the title, you give it to him.
You give it to him.
You give it to him. This is a man who was a trailblazer. This is a man who's a legend, a proper legend in his own right. He's also an ECPW original.
A WCW tag team champ.
Tag team champion, hardcore champion, ECW original.
Oh, Dan the Man showing no respect, though, is
Absolutely not. Dan the Man, you know, again, I say he is detestable, he is deplorable, but he is a hell of a performer, a hell of a showman, and he will not be outshined in his own backyard.
And let's also look at his insurance policy outside the ring.
That's right. Well, and speaking of insurance policies, Mr. Dillinger is very conspicuous by his absence here. Well, usually in these big match environments, Team Shazam rolls out in force.
That's true, but you know what? Dillinger could be in a men's room or hiding behind a curtain or actually sitting with the fans, disguised and ready to come in if Dan the Man needs him.
We've seen it before. You know, just when it looks like Dan the Man is down and out, all of a sudden members of Team Shazam start falling from the ceiling. Or, you know, they climb out of every little crevice imaginable like the little cockroaches that they are. And wow, what a nasty, nasty blow to the upper back, base of the neck. The impact across the scapula there. Crowbar doing some major damage there to the upper body, the upper extremities of Dan the Man.
Now, and Crowbar has held that ECPW heavyweight championship belt.
Again, when you see a competitor like Crowbar, you know, he's upper echelon, whether you like it or you don't. Doesn't matter where you are in the roster. When this man shows up, you know, he puts you on notice. And this is a seasoned performer who gives it his all, no matter where he is, whether he's hurt or he's 100%. You're in for a treat.
Oh, Crowbar thought he had a pin there, an early pin.
Absolutely.
But not going to happen so easily with Dan the Man.
No, not with Dan the Man, especially not when his gold is on the line. We have seen Dan the Man do some despicable things in the interest of securing his gold and keeping his gold. He tried to cripple Crazy Ivan, damn near succeeded. Tried to cripple the Colossus, almost succeeded. He drove out Tony Vega, you know, a young rookie, an upstart, and gave him four diamond cutters in a row, and did severe damage to his neck, cutting short his career.
Do we have an update on Vega at all? Is his career over?
As of right now, you know, a 4 herniated disc in his neck.
No, there goes Dan.
And there goes Bengal, the apprentice to the Dark Lord, putting the boots to Crowbar.
I'm sorry. Now, what were you saying about Vega?
A 4 herniated disc in the neck, very unlikely to recover. I'll be shocked if we ever see him again.
That's sad because he was such a talented young wrestler.
That's right, and a career blatantly cut short in the name of keeping that gold around his waist.
And there's nothing more important than that.
Dan the Man taking the Crowbar. He smashes smashes a throat across the top of the steel barricades there. The force across the trachea, definitely restricting the airflow. You can see the damage. You can see the toll on Crowbar now. And listen, at the end of the day, if a man can't breathe, a man can't fight.
And Dan the Man knows that, doesn't he?
Dan the Man keeping his focus on the neck. That slow twisting neck breaker.
Well, there's two very athletic veterans in the ring right now. One has the belt and the other one wants it.
That's right. And over the years, these are two men who know each other very well. Dan the Man and Crowbar have clashed a great many a time.
I remember when Dan the Man was a fan favorite in ECPW.
I don't remember that. But I'll give Dan this. He has, although he loves the adulation, he loves the attention, he is, again, it's all the pursuit of championship gold.
Oh, look at Bengal going after Crowbar. Come on.
Dan the Man understands it's about having that belt. That belt gives you power. That belt gives you a bigger payout at the window at the end of the night. There again, this vicious catapult into that lower rope. Again, Dan the Man staying focused on the neck, on the trachea of Crowbar. Again, the man can't breathe, the man can't fight. Crowbar is in very serious danger of doing some severe damage to the larynx. And look at that.
Oh, look
nasty,
at that.
Nasty.
The chop to the throat of Crowbar, that hurt. Come on.
Dan the Man mocking Crowbar.
Oh, here's another one.
Oh, another one.
Come on, referee, that's an illegal move.
Dan the Man, so cunning, so methodical, a ring general in his own right. I'd say at this point, he's an admiral at this point.
Another one, Kevin, another one to the throat of Crowbar.
Yeah, what we got? He's a 5-star ring general at this point. This is a guy who no matter what happens, he always has a plan. He sticks to the plan. And just when you think
another elbow.
Crowbar fighting for his life, trying to create that separation. He's got to knock Dan the Man for a loop a little bit here.
Oh, sleeper hold.
Right to the sleeper.
That's a sleeper. That's a sleeper.
Putting all that pressure on the carotid artery, restricting again the airflow here. Looking to put Crowbar to sleep here.
I hope Crowbar took no-dos before he got into this match.
But again, you cannot count Crowbar out. This is a man who has been through wars. This is a man who has done more damage to his own body in the pursuit of a victory than his opponents can ever dream of.
Well, I'll tell you, I was there in person for his first match with Sabu, and that was brutal, and Crowbar wound up in a hospital that night.
Oh, beautiful Northern Lights suplex with Courage.
I thought we had a new champ.
Nice. Crowbar, House of Fire, taking it to Dan the Man. The heavyweight champion is getting knocked pillar to post right now. Big Irish rip. Oh, Dan the Man had it well scouted with the boot. Oh, sky high. Oh, come on. What the hell? Come on. Bengal just saved Dan the Man's belt. Baseball slide knocks Bengal out. And this is what I was talking about before. Crowbar is a house of fire right now. He's 100% focused now. He is willing to do more damage himself to knock Bengal out of the equation.
Oh. I tell you what, the referee could have disqualified both opponents, but he's letting this match go, isn't he?
That's right. Well, yeah, this is knowing when to let things slide and be a little lax versus having no control.
Well, the fans paid for this match, and they're getting their money's worth.
That's right. And they're getting their money's worth right now. These two men beating the high hell of each other.
This isn't a wrestling match. This is a war.
That's right. This is broken down to a proper fight.
This is becoming personal.
That's right. Beautiful. Big superplex.
We may have a new champ.
Somehow Dan the Man managed to kick out. I don't know how he did it.
I thought we had a new champ.
This is what makes Dan the Man a champion.
Oh, he just
looks like the Dan the Man with a thumb right to the eye. Crowbar disabled him. Oh,
and a knee to the head takes Crowbar down. But Dan the Man has hurt himself. Trying to go for the pin. He may have no.
Wow. This is a treat. This is a proper main event. Oh! Wow. The Irish Whip, Dan the Man. Listen, it doesn't have to be ugly. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's just got to be effective. Oh! That's it. Crowbar said no. Power Dan the Man into the turnbuckle, and now he's reigning hell down on the heavyweight champion. Kicks and forearms and kicks. He's just getting a grab bag of punishment. This is wow. The cornucopia pace. Dan the Man's got his damn feet on the rope, and he steals it.
Oh, come on.
Here's your winner and still
They brought Gary Moran from Florida to referee this match.